We're sitting here chatting with Cassadee Pope. Wow, what an incredible, year and a half that you have had. Give me an idea. You were a singer-songwriter before. You were in a band before. Mm-hmm. Give me kind of a run-through about your decision to try out for The Voice.
Well, I left my band and I decided to go solo. I drove from Florida to LA and moved there and tried to pursue the solo thing on my own with no label or management or anything, and it was just really difficult. I didn't have any support, and I got broke for a minute, which wasn't fun.
Terrifying.
And then The Voice kind of popped up at the perfect time, and they scout a lot of their artists, so they knew about my band and they knew I was going solo, so that's how it all came about.
Okay, so they approached you.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that they did that.
Yeah, it's cool. Their whole shtick is that they gave a lot of artists who failed at their first attempt a second chance, and that's really what I needed. So it was good. A lot of the people on that show, you can tell that they're veterans and they've been around, they've toured and everything, which makes the show a little different.
So you did it. You went on there and you thought, okay, they came to you, I'm going to try this. Did you kind of high-five yourself when the offer came along?
I actually, funny enough, I got the offer to do season 2, and I was still in the middle of doing my band thing, and I wasn't ready to really take that plunge. Mm-hmm. And I was so far off and away from my mind, I said no. And so by the time they asked me the second time for season 3, I was like, well, this is meant to be. So I was more nervous than anything about what my old band's fans would think. But they were supportive. Are
you still on good terms with the old band?
Yeah, I am. A few of them I've kept in touch with, and we've remained good friends. So.
Okay, you came out, did your blind audition.
Yes.
And every single judge turned around. And then the pressure's on, because here you are sitting in front of 4 of, the best in the industry. And then you had to make a decision. Yeah. What was going through your mind?
Well, I originally wanted Blake as a coach no matter what. I was just hoping he would turn around. So I was really overwhelmed with all 4, and I just remember the producers saying, do not go with something that you've already made up your mind with. Like, you have to listen to every single coach's argument, because they might say something that changes your mind. Mm-hmm. So I listened to everybody's arguments, and I still wanted Blake, so I went with it.
And really, who wouldn't want Blake Shelton?
Yeah, he's a really good, comforting person to have on your team.
And how was that for you working with him? Blake Shelton coming to Edmonton, by the way, July 23rd. Everyone's really excited about this. But working with him, what was that like?
It was really, really easy. I mean, he's such a good listener. He really wants the artist to go with their vision. He doesn't want to dictate where they go with everything. So that was really important to me, to have a coach that lets me really bring my vision to life. And he was nothing but supportive. It was really fun.
As fun as he seems?
Really fun. He's hilarious. Yeah. We spent as much time with him as we were allowed, on camera. And sometimes if he came to a practice of ours that wasn't on camera, which was really, really nice of him to do, he would come and hang out, and he was a fun guy. He still is a fun guy to keep in touch.
I think you made a really, really gutsy decision in one of the performances by singing Over You, which he wrote, and it's a very, very important song to him that his wife sings, Miranda Lambert, and has gone on to be a huge hit for the both of them. The pressure must have been absolutely unreal that night.
It was, and it wasn't just because, I don't want to go home. It was mostly because of the song and the sentiment and what it means to both of those artists. So I made sure I got the approval from both Miranda and Blake, and I wanted to tweak it just enough, but I didn't want to change it because it's such a beautiful song and it means so much to them. So yeah, it was a little scary, but I mean, it was a decision and a risk that I'll never regret. It was amazing.
You kicked it out of the ballpark. You won season 3. How have things changed for you?
Everything's changed. I mean, nothing's the same except for me, I guess. But
are you the same?
I am. Yeah, I might be able to pay my bills now, but that's about it. It's been really, really exciting. I've been able to see the whole United States and now the whole Canada, and be able to do the touring thing. And I've met a lot of amazing people at radio, and my first top 10 single happened. So first #1 debut album.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, so a lot of really great things happened.
Frame by Frame.
Yes.
It's out, doing well.
Yeah, it's really fun to see people singing now, like, deep cuts off the album. At first it was wasting all these tears, and now I see people singing along to track 10 or 11, and it's really rewarding.
I was reading an article recently about you. It was a review saying, "We can't comprehend why Cassadee Pope hasn't turned into a bigger star yet."
Aww.
Are you feeling pressure to be bigger faster?
Yeah, but I think that's any artist's mindset. It's always never quick enough, and you're always wanting to speed things up. But if there's one thing I've learned through this whole experience is really good things come with time and patience. And The Voice was just a long time coming. I just didn't know it was going to happen. So, and it's the same thing with this. I'm doing everything I can to keep the ball rolling and progressively get bigger and expand my fan base, but I'm trying not to rush it. But you can't help it. You always want things to come faster.
Do you have a role model on that account?
Yeah, I mean, I really have always looked up to Shania Twain, and I've loved everything she's ever stood for, and I know she's Canadian, I didn't mean to do that, but she's like one of my biggest influences, and also artists like, Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, and Kelly Clarkson, artists like that really have remained themselves and seem to be authentic. That's something that I look up to.
Okay, final question for you. You've had just an incredible run. New Year's Eve with Carson Daly. You've been on Jay Leno, Kelly and Michael. You're at Tim McGraw. Kip Moore coming up, which is fantastic. Tonight it's Dean Brody at the Shaw Conference Center. Wow,
yeah,
that's amazing.
A lot of good things coming, and this has been a really fun run with Dean. He's a great artist, and he's really giving me exposure in a place that I've never really been to. I've been to some major cities in Canada, but never all of these different pockets, and I didn't realize I had fans here, so it's been opening my eyes, and it's nice to know that the music has reached this far.
Do we even think about the next album yet?
I can't help but think about the next album, yeah. There's a lot of songs that didn't make it on Frame by Frame that I would love to carry into the next one, but I'm always writing, I'm always continuing to think, what's the next step, so there's definitely some things happening already.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you. Oh, and CeeLo Green not coming back to The Voice.
Never?
Nick, he said he's done. He said today he's done.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, well, we'll miss him. He's
Character
awesome.
as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a character. He's really sweet, though. Oh.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.